Hey everyone, what's going on? It's your boy Krebsy Crypto, and for today's video, I got a little bit of a different video. It's still news related, but it's kind of like a mix on this news article, but then it ventures into actually like exposing some crypto YouTubers that have been promoting shill coins. So in other words, they've been shilling coins and such, and they end up being pump and dumps or just blatant scams, and they are taking money for this. So it's kind of like it goes against like morals in most senses, like at least in my opinion. I wouldn't be taking high amounts of money or any money in that form to promote something that's going to end up being like a rug pull or a scam in any manner. Especially some of these YouTubers being vastly known in the crypto sector on YouTube and just having high amounts of subscribers, even though they say they're not financial advisors and all this other stuff. It's still kind of like shady to do because you know people are going to be influenced by you because you are an influencer at the end of the day. So we'll start off by reading this article here by CNBC. It was released on August 11th here, and a bunch of other news outlets have picked this up too, just online and within the actual mainstream news. So it's becoming pretty prominent out there now. But some social media influencers are being paid thousands to endorse cryptocurrency projects, and most of them tend to be rug pulls as such, as we state in this article. And we could say above thousands of dollars because this goes into tens of thousands of dollars for majority of these YouTubers, and they are making bank off of doing this, off of pretty much shilling these coins and making their viewers lose money so they can have a better gain and better money in their pocket. And just as like a YouTuber myself, I know I just recently started, but even if I had a big audience and people are coming at me with this money to say promote this coin, it's going to be like a shill token or it's going to be some form of rug pull. Even if you didn't know it, you should do your research, and you can usually tell just by how the marketing and by the website and by information about the coin. That's why they always say do your own research. But a lot of these YouTubers just look at the money and they say, okay, I'll do it. I don't care if my morals are against it. I don't care, if my viewers lose money. I don't care if my audience finds out and turns their back against me. But there's a whole list of YouTubers, and I actually have that list myself here. So we'll be going over all that in the video here. We'll just start with the article here. So Ben Armstrong says his crisis of conscience came in January of this year. So just think this has been going on for a long while now. When he realized he had to stop a business practice he and a lot of other people in his line of work have been engaging in for years. So this has been going on for years. I know some people know about this, but I just wanted to bring some light on this in case people didn't know, or it just hasn't been like around in the news because I haven't seen much news about this until as of late. Armstrong is one of the most watched crypto influencers on YouTube. His channel, Bitboy Crypto, which is what you may know him by, has amassed more than 1.5 million subscribers for years. Armstrong said he accepted payments from crypto companies to tout their new products for his vast audience of subscribers. That's a practice he says now he regrets, but it led to some painful losses for his own viewers. Because clearly Bitboy here either just didn't care or didn't do the proper research to actually see if these were worthy coins. He was, like I said, just looking at the money aspect and was saying, I can line my pockets with money, so why not just hurt my viewers and make them have a painful loss? Or he just was so caught up in the money he wasn't realizing that these were shady schemes. A lot of the time, especially with cryptocurrency and such, you really have to do your own research. And it's also a little, I'm not blaming the viewers, but it's also a little bit on the viewers because you shouldn't be influenced by someone on YouTube in that sense. If someone's trying to give you financial advice on YouTube, most of the time it's there for their own gain. So in the sense, they're not trying to actually help you. They're trying to get their own pockets lined with money. I'm not saying all are like that, but vast majority of like the crypto industry when it comes to YouTubers and such are, especially with a lot of these unknown coins and things like that. Now, for myself, I have not taken any money or anything like that to promote, I guess you shouldn't even say promote, to give you tutorials on mining some of these lower end coins. And I even say it, you do it like on your own will. I'm not saying this is going to give you gains or it's going to give you losses. It's just a way so you can, build up a wallet of these coins. So that way, in case something happens, you have them. And if not, then you're not at a real loss, because I'm not saying to go invest money into them. It's more or less just go invest your mining power if you feel like it. Because I just put the tutorials. I'm not saying giving like a whole segment like what these guys are doing. So in fall of 2022, Armstrong announced his partnership with a cryptocurrency called distx, calling it the most trusted coin. He said the whole idea of distx was to stop scams in crypto, but Armstrong said in the end, the project itself ended up being a scam. The project team rugpulled, meaning they worked to increase the market cap, then disappeared, leaving investors holding the bag. The coin is now it's now down 99%, valued at less than a penny. So obviously it's hard to see, I give some benefit of the doubt because it is hard to see if they do come off as a legitimate project and a legitimate team. You're not sure if they're going to rug pull. But that's why I always say it's not good to take money to promote cryptos, because most of the time, if they're paying you to promote it on YouTube and things like this, it's obviously going to be a rug pull. You've seen Bitcoin, Litecoin, Dogecoin, a lot of these mainstream, like the main coins of cryptocurrency, they weren't promoted by YouTubers to take off. Cryptocurrency kind of just started, and these guys were the big dogs of it. They're the ones that started it, and they went around by word of mouth. It wasn't necessarily YouTubers got paid in Bitcoin to endorse Bitcoin, or they got paid in Litecoin to endorse Litecoin. They've kind of actually proven their technology and proven their worth in the market. When a company has to go off and pay, like, select YouTubers and such, and YouTubers have like a distinct amount to do promotions, and they're not looking into it possibly themselves, it's just going to hurt everybody in the end. So of course, it's not just Bitboy doing this. There's a lot of other influencers, but we'll get to that in a quick second here. While he was accepting paid promotions, Bitboy was, Armstrong said he previously made more than $30,000 for single endorsement, which included his promotional video for distx, and he could easily make more than $100,000 per month in promotions alone. So that's just without ad revenue and things like that on YouTube. Just strictly promoting coins and like shilling coins and such, he could make $100,000. So obviously some people will get caught up in the money aspect and totally forget that, people look up to you as an influencer. So they're going to be influenced off what you do. So it's not right to be going and shilling these coins, whether it be like good or bad projects. You shouldn't be taking money to promote these type of like coins and projects, in my opinion. You should be doing your own research as a YouTuber like I do myself, and I figure out if these are going to be somewhat of legitimate projects or just a good project to make a video on. And never encourage your buyers in any manner, no matter if you say it is a paid promotion. Don't say go and buy it. Just because you say it's a paid promotion, I believe doesn't make it like a legitimate thing in my books. Because that's a lot, like, when it goes to their defense mode, a lot of these YouTubers say, well, I mentioned it was a paid promotion and things like that. Yeah, but like in a sense that doesn't cover you in a way. Like obviously it does legally, but just as like a moral aspect, if you know that you're literally being paid for this, like it's usually not like a right thing. If it's a legitimate project and like a legitimate thing, it'll take off naturally, and you don't need people to go and out and promote it and things like that. It's just like with video games, it's just like with even other crypto projects. If the technology is there, it's going to do its own work and get around, and it's going to be word of mouth and things like that. You shouldn't have to go ahead and take like, I guess, a payment for this for it to be promoted, and then you see it on one channel, and then you see it on another channel, another one, and it's always ends up being the same guys, always shilling the same row of coins. You'll see it on this channel, then that channel, then that one, and you'll get used to the names and used to the thumbnails. It's always the same thing. And if you notice with a lot of these promotional videos, because I've done my research and I've looked into this over the past couple days, and you will know that they almost say the same thing about every coin. There's just a different quote-unquote technology behind it, but they always say end up buying it or doing this because it's helping them at the end of things. So Armstrong now says he feels responsible for the losses suffered by his followers. He says, I mean, of course I do, he said. I hate when we talk about stuff that didn't do well. And that's majority of the coins you do promote. So I mean, if you're saying you hate when you talk about the stuff that didn't do well, that's majority of the shill tokens and coins you have done. And yes, you do have some responsibility, so you should feel responsible for this. Because like I've mentioned already plenty of times, you are an influencer. So people are going to be influenced off the decision you do. While Armstrong says he stopped accepting paid promotions in January, other influencers still swarm this lucrative market. CNBC found that some of these online personalities get paid thousands to endorse dubious projects. This spring, an anonymous blockchain sleuth posted a list on Twitter naming 44 YouTube crypto personalities and their prices for paid promotions. Some of these influencers were paid as much as $65,000 for a single promotional video, according to that list. And it just so happens I got my hand on that list. It took a little bit of research, but I dug around and I found the list of YouTubers. So we'll take a look at that. But obviously, it's good that he has, quote unquote, said he stopped taking paid promotions, because like I said, it is hard to tell if crypto projects are going to be legitimate or not. But you should do your own research and not just take the money and also just make a video because you got paid. You should, before you take the offer, you should look into that project, ask questions, and get to know the development team and things like that behind it before taking that much money, because they're paying that much money, I guess, in a sense, because they're trying to get it out there and do a quick rug pull. So they're gonna pay because they have money when they set these things up. They're just trying to get richer and richer. So let's say they have like 100 grand in total. They spend 65 grand just for promotional off of one YouTuber. That could just launch enough so they double, triple, quadruple that 100 grand, and they cash out and the YouTuber cashes out, because they were all paid either like a set amount of coins or set amount of actual dollar form, like most of these YouTubers were. So most of the time how it works, they get paid a dollar amount, but also get sent tokens, which also gets kind of left out in this article. A lot of the times I've heard and done research on that they get sent tokens as well, or that coin, as well as the dollar amount. So they're actually doubling and tripling their money, so that let's say they get $65,000 for a video promotion. They also get sent a chunk of coin of that crypto project they're promoting. And if that coin takes off, they get to sell that coin and make a bunch more money on top of that 65 grand. So it's just wrong in all manners. And I've seen a lot of these YouTubers on these lists kind of make these, I guess, clickbait thumbnails and talk about these projects, and they all get talked about in the same way. If you put videos almost side by side, or watch previous videos they've promoted coins with, you will gain to pick up that they almost say the same thing about all these projects and coins. It's the next big thing. It's the next solid project. It's the next great thing. There's nothing negative about it. And you have to have negative aspect as well. You can't just always look at the positives. You have to look at the negatives of the coin. Like I always say in my mining tutorials, I'm not guaranteeing you this coin's going to take off. I'm not saying it's going to do well. It could totally flop out and totally not do well. I'm just saying mine it and hold a bag just in case, because you never know what can happen in the crypto market. And if it does take off, then cash out and great. If not, then oh well, you tried, we mined. And it was just an experience, because I like bringing new coins to light. But I would never take promotions in this aspect and go and just give you the positives about it. There's always negatives and cons to everything. There's positives and negatives. I know there's a lot of rambling so far in this video, but like I said, this kind of like irritates me because of the fact that these guys are just profiting off of the viewers' loss. These viewers and such made you where you are now. And it's not enough that you're making YouTube ad revenue and crypto revenue. You have to go and take these paid promotions and go ahead and hurt the pockets of your innocent viewers that are just looking up to you as influencers. But now we'll take a look at the actual list of YouTubers that are promoting some of these shill tokens and how much they're actually being paid to do this and how it's all broken down and things like that. We'll just hop over to that list now. So now here's the list of the YouTube influencers and their pricing for them promoting any coin pretty well. If you just email them with a simple project, they will go ahead and promote it as long as they get the money. And I'll show you a quick sample of that later. But I only have a handful of them. There was 44 in total, but I've only got these ones here. So right now, as you see, there's up top here, it's jrny. So I believe that's Journey. And it's Journey Crypto there. There's the link. He has 547,000 subscribers. And one full dedicated review is $70,000, and that's his pricing for his channel. That's what he thinks his worth is. So every time you see him shilling a coin or anything like that, just think he's given $70,000 to do that. So his review is always going to be like a good review. It's never going to be anything negative. The next one, I believe it's Chico Crypto. I think that's how you say it. I'm not 100% sure there. And then he has 262,000 subscribers. And for one full dedicated review, his is $45,000. So that seems like quite a bit of money for just like I won't say smaller base channel, but compared to a lot on these lists, that is a higher value just for over 200,000 subscribers, in my opinion. And one of the bigger ones on here is Bitboy. As you see here, he has 1.17 million subscribers, and his is $40,000. So it is less than what Journey's is, but his being such a big audience. And there is speculation that a lot of these guys that have the bigger crypto channels, they are like, you can say their subscriber count is pumped up because they have like bot subscribers and things like that. But that's just pure speculation. I'm not stating that they do. That's just some of the rumors and talks about it. And then the next one is Satoshi Stacker at 215,000 subscribers, and a full review for him is $17,000. The next one is Ivan on Tech, and I don't know if he's more of like a tech-based channel or crypto, or if he's turned to crypto, but he has 475,000 subscribers, and he does $100,000 for a review, for one full dedicated review. So that's pretty insane if you ask me. He's not even like, I guess you could say he's probably close to 500,000 now, because this was released a few months ago. But for $100,000, I mean, that's a pretty high price point you're stating yourself there, when you can get a guy with like 1.17 million for 40 grand. But hey, that's just my thinking on that. None of this is good in my opinion. And then there's Cryptos Are Us. He has 430,000 subscribers, and he does a sponsor segment for 3 minutes, and he charges $15,000 just for a 3-minute segment. So you can imagine these guys are cashing out. The next one, he's pretty known. Like, he doesn't have a big subscriber base, but a lot of people know of him. voskcoin. I've seen his channel and his reviews and things like that. And again, they're always positive no matter what the project is, because you're being paid, like, his price is $15,000. And that's a full dedicated review, and that's at 412,000 subscribers. So they're just raking in the money. So obviously they're going to look at it and always have a positive view on it no matter what, because they're being paid. They don't care about their project. They don't do their own research into it. They just see the money aspect of it. And then there's Bitcoin for Beginners, and he has 96.3 thousand subscribers, and he has one full dedicated review for $8,000. And then there's Crypto Pablo. He has 128,000 subscribers. For a full dedicated review, he has $4,000. So it's a little less pricing, but like at the end of the day, this is all still wrong no matter what your price point is. If you're being promoted to shill or coin, I don't think that's like a very good thing, or very good for morals, or just good for your whole fan base and viewership, the people who made you where you are to this point. And then there's Prime Investors. He has 127,000 subscribers. So one dedicated review plus a Telegram shout out is $3,500. And as you know, Telegram is a big communication for like the crypto bros and like the people within crypto, and especially a lot of these rug pull projects. Because Telegram, you can stay very anonymous and then just delete the groups in conversation like nothing even happened. So Dusty, and the next one is Dusty BC. He has 126,000 subscribers, and he has a review mention, and that can be for $5,500. And then the next one is Crypto Bull, and he has 24,300 subscribers, and one full dedicated review is $1,500. The next one is Satoshi Ako, or Akoi, I think that is. I'm not entirely sure. And he has 6.19k subscribers. And for one full dedicated review, he charges $1,200. The next one's Crypto Serpent, and he has 30,400 subscribers. And for one full dedicated review, it's $1,800. The next one is Crypto Rick, and he has 68,900 subscribers. And for one full dedicated review is $8,000. The next one is Crypto Blood, and he has 16,700 subscribers, and he charges $2,000. And the last one on this list is Crypto Chris, and he has 33,600 subscribers, and for one full dedicated review is $1,200. Now again, these subscriber counts are just taken within a few months ago, so they could have easily changed by now. And some of these guys may have not be doing this anymore. Just like Bitboy here, he stopped back in January, but he still made the list, because just because you stop doing it now, like as of this year, doesn't make it up for all the wrongs you have done in the past, especially with promoting a lot of these coins and just cashing out on your subscriber and fan base. Because like I mentioned already, you are an influencer and people are going to look up to you, no matter if you go ahead and say that like, I'm not a financial advisor, don't take me serious, blah, 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 blah. People are still going to, because you are only projecting a positive light on these projects. So a lot of people are going to be influenced in that manner. And a lot of these guys on the side notes here, you can read for yourself. I'll post a link for this image and like all the source and information I've got this from. But as you see, they charge like $40,000 for a 2 to 3 minute segment in a news video, and that's jrny there. And then you can alternatively choose a $15,000 segment, and that's for Chico Crypto. And then it's the same with Bitboy. You can choose just for segment for 15 grand. You can do a 1 to 2 minute segment for $8,900 for Satoshi Stacker, an $8,000 segment for project updates, and that is for voskcoin there. So as you see, a lot of these guys are going ahead, and you can charge them. They can make money for the full dedicated review. So if they're making 10 grand already, and then they charge these guys an additional amount of money for project updates and things like that. Not all of them, but some of them do, as you see on this list here. So that's pretty wild to me, because like I said, you're obviously just going to project positive light on these updates, even because it's all money influence. And whenever you're being paid for something, you're just blinded by all like the negative things and all that, and you just call everything else FOMO and things like that. So it's just wild to me that these big creators have got away with this for so long. And I congratulate Bitboy for finally stepping up and stopping it, like for himself. But a lot of these other creators, you can still see and go on their channels. They have done it recently or continue to do it to this day. But like, again, if you are on this list and you did stop this, like if you happen to see these videos, like this video of myself here, and you're on this list, just note that you can comment below and say you're not doing it anymore, and then the people will know. I'm just saying this is the information I got brought to me, and I've done my research, and so far it only looks like Bitboy is the one that stopped. And he could have just stopped for January and continued to go ahead and do it for so on. But since it's been brought to light now, I feel like they're just going to stop for a while and then maybe continue, because they're going to notice the revenue's not as great, because he's not making 40 grand a video for a shout out plus the ad revenue. So he's losing a lot of money in that aspect. But again, it's just wild to me that these creators have got away with it for this long. It got brought out a few months ago, but I don't feel like there was enough light shedded on it and not enough people know about this. And it's just good to get the behind the scenes and the truth about these type of things. Because you could be watching one of these influencers and decide to go ahead and invest money into their coins or shilling, and then you could have lost money. And myself, I would not feel proud if I did that as like an influencer myself, because it's just not right. These are the people who brought you your career path and are giving you already the money through ad revenue. There's no need to actually dig into their physical pockets and take the money and you just profit off of it. That's just wrong in my books, and I wouldn't have the conscience to do that. So I don't know how these guys are. I know it's a huge lump sum of money, but still there has to be some moral like stoppage to it. So we'll just continue on with some of the article here so we can get some more of the backstory. So Armstrong says he used the money he made from the promotion of distx to refund his followers after the coin crashed, adding that he felt particularly guilty for how heavily he advertised it with it on his channel. However, he says that it's the only project in which he intervened in that way after investors lost his money taking his advice. So the only time he did give his money back was during this distx promotion. He's done many of promotions for coins, and he obviously didn't feel any remorse, but for whatever reason, while he did the promotion for distx, he felt horrible and felt wrong, and I think that's when his conscience kind of woke up, and he was like, okay, I feel guilty, I need to do something. And he actually gave the money back to the people that invested into the project, like his subscribers. And I think that's a great move on his half, but still doesn't make up for all the things, all the ones you advertise and people lost money on, your subscribers, your fan base in the past there that you have promoted. It's great that you did that with this one, but maybe you should go back and do some, of that same type of thing with the other coins you promoted and the ones that have been rug pulled. While Armstrong does disclose that he is not a trained financial professional, many of the ventures he promoted have plummeted. After other cryptocurrency ventures like Ethereum Yield, Cypherium, and MYX Network dropped in value, he deleted the promotional videos for them off his channel. So he was trying to cover his tracks, and that's obviously just another suspicious thing. And the fact that these guys went ahead and paid for those promotional videos, but if you went ahead and deleted them, at least you got them out of the way, but it doesn't make up for the losses that already happened from your subscribers and viewers and anyone that you went ahead and promoted this to. So CNBC reached out to the influencers on the list to verify these fees. Some of the prices were inflated apparently, and those willing to share their pricing said they made a minimum of $1,000 for each promotional video, but I highly doubt that. You probably made a lot more. You're just trying to cover up your trail and make yourself not look as bad. You shouldn't even be taking any money for any of these promotional videos. You shouldn't even be promoting a lot of these coins because a lot of them were pump and dumps. It's not that hard to see from an outside standpoint if you just do your own proper research. Like example, with my tutorial videos, I always do a little bit of research. I dig around, I see what the project, the coin, and I get the actual information from it. I'm not sitting here just getting an email and taking money and then making the video right away. You want to do proper research and see if it's worth your time. I have never took any money for any of my tutorials, or I don't even say promotional videos because I've never done any promotional videos. I just show you guys how to mine and go ahead and collect these coins just in case something happens with them. Unlike Armstrong, who says he has disclosed all of his paid promotional videos, which is still doesn't mean it's the right thing to do. Some influencers don't share that they're getting handsomely paid to plug these projects. According to Armstrong, many of the companies that contacted him while he was collecting fees for endorsements didn't want him to tell his viewers that the content was sponsored. So from the beginning there, a lot of it was trying to be pre-planned, and I'm happy for Armstrong, which is Bitboy, for actually stating that they were paid promotional videos, even though the companies didn't want you to, or the projects, whatever you want to call them, but still doesn't make it right in any book. Because like I said, you're an influencer and people are going to take it how it is because they're influenced by your decisions and what you're saying. You can say all this stuff like, financial advisor, this is promotional video and all that, but people are watching your video for a reason because they're interested in that project. And if you're just shedding positive light, you're going to get a lot of false narrative onto that project. And this tends to go how the emails are generically proposed to these guys. So as you see here, hello blank, great to connect with you. Please find attached the influencer proposal and an additional proposal for our other services. Looking forward to hearing from you. Influencer list. And it goes through in these projects set up. So if they end up being like a rug pull or anything, they get a whole list of influencers that they want to send this information to, and they go ahead and just email them, and they know they're going to take the money, so they go ahead and send them the money, and then they just go ahead and do the promotional video, and that's how it all works. Like I said, I'm happy for Bitboy for actually disclosing that they're paid promotions when the projects didn't want them to, but at the end of the day, it is still morally wrong, and it's just not right to do. You shouldn't be doing this type of thing to all your viewers and anyone. It doesn't even have to be a subscriber or viewer. It could just be someone just getting started with crypto, and they all of a sudden are persuaded by that video because you're just shedding positive light on these projects. I know I sound like a broken record, but it's honestly just irritating, like for myself even, being a crypto YouTuber in a sense. I know I do tutorials and like news and such, but it still sheds a bad light over the whole crypto YouTube community because a lot of this got like pushed under the rug. So I'm just trying to bring light to it so people are aware. If you do watch these content creators, you have to watch out because you just don't know if things are paid promotions or not. Because Bitboy himself, he disclosed them, but all the other ones apparently don't. So it's just very interesting to see, and it's interesting to see like the inner workings of all this, especially when it comes to like these emails and when it comes to like the influencer list and how much they think they're worth when it comes to shilling and promoting a lot of these rug pulls and such. But yeah, this probably ended up being a longer video than normal, like I said, because I just wanted to go over all the information I found and was sent and things like that, because I didn't really want to miss everything. I wanted to also give the positive light onto Bitboy and a few other creators that do disclose their information. And I also wanted to show, expose what's really going on with a lot of these crypto YouTubers. I know it's a different type of video than what I normally make, but I was venturing out and trying something new and just a little more creative when it comes to content. I love doing tutorials and regular news videos, but it's always good to have a list of other type of ideas and content to bring to you guys, because this is still news in a sense. It's just news with actual creators and such going on instead of just being directed right to a cryptocurrency or project. Has the inner workings of the projects and these influencers and how all these guys just work together to all get rich while hurting their viewers and their subscribers and people that just help them along the way. But overall, I hope you did enjoy this type of video. If you did, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, as it lets me know you guys are enjoying this and I can bring more of this type of content. I just don't feel like I want to start drama and I'm sitting here just calling all these guys out, because like I said, this was also brought back, it was brought to light a few months ago, I think near the start of the year, but now it's just really being put online and really, all the news networks are picking it up and everyone's really starting to talk about it again. So I figured, why not make a video about it? It's already prevalent information. I just wanted to go over it. So if any of you guys watch these creators, just keep a very slick eye on them, because you really don't know what's paid and what's not unless it's disclosed. But even at that point, it's still wrong in my books. But that's all I got for today's video. Like I said, if you did enjoy, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button as it helps me out and everything like that. But I hope you all have an amazing day, and this is Krebsy Crypto signing out.